Hey, good lovers, it's Katrina from the Good Love Project, and today is day 25 of my 30 days of medibation. To those of you tuning in for the first time, medibation is a term coined by Annie Sprinkle, and it is a combination of meditation plus masturbation. So it's a solo neo-tantric sacred sexuality, mindful sexuality practice, which involves self-love, self-stimulation, and going to meditative space or mindful observation. So this leg of the journey, as I said on my last, I know I took a couple days off. It's been really busy. This leg of my journey, I'm working on emotional process, working through emotions with medibation. As I talked about before and in my last video, and I've mentioned some of my other videos, we carry our emotions or feelings in our bodies, whether you're into the idea of energy or not. Really, to me, energy is another, sometimes is another way of saying emotions. So they're feelings that we're holding on to, for better or worse. So last time I talked about shame and had written out a ritual for releasing shame. Part of the reason I haven't been on the last couple of days, besides the fact that it's been really busy, is frankly I'm going to be honest, full confession, I felt very stuck and have had trouble finding any real motivation or energy to do the things that I'm supposed to do. And so I decided to work on that today. I started my moon yesterday, and I think that was a big part of it because I was just, having that menstrual fatigue. And I will say, though, and some of you other bleeders that are watching will probably be interested in this part, I really do think because of this practice, I had almost no PMS symptoms at all, other than the fatigue and a little bit of lack of focus. But I'm usually pretty strongly affected by my cycle, and I get crampy and I get weepy or I get bitchy. I didn't have any of that this time, and I've had no pain, no cramping at all. Even as it has started, I'm on my full first day, and I'm actually feeling really good, and I really do think it's because of this practice. So one more reason, you needed an excuse. But like I said, I have been feeling kind of blocked energetically, mentally, creatively. It may have just been that my body needed some downtime while I'm in shed mode. I know my snakes, when they go into shed, kind of go into their hide. And so sometimes that's what we have to do. But I'm ready to come out of my hide and kind of bust through this blocked feeling and kind of let go of this kind of energetic weight that's holding me down and get back to creating. I've got a lot of projects coming on. I need to get things moving again. And so, yes, just in case you're wondering, you can do this practice of medibation during your moon, and it can be a great way to prevent or to treat dysmenorrhea or pain during menses. So just, you can practice. So today's today's session was all about releasing stagnation, letting go of old emotions, letting go of negativity, just letting go of any of that just stuck, sticky feeling in my body and in my head. So I combined a few of the techniques that I've talked about over this series: belly breathing, toning, creating sound, and movement especially. And the idea of this practice is to kind of just shake things up and sort of separate the stagnant or negative energy or feelings from the positive or creative ones. So almost if you think of your body like a living centrifuge. You know, it spins everything around really fast and creates the separation, right? So it's kind of the idea with this. So because I've been doing this practice so regularly now, it's been almost a month. Well, I mean, it has been a month since I started. But it's been nearly a full, like, actual 30 sessions. I found that I was able to, it was much easier now for my body to sort of come online, as it were. And so I put on some music. It was a great, nice, like, kind of primal drum beat with some chanting. It was a Ganesh chant. Ganesh is the elephant-headed Hindu god who is the destroyer of blocks and obstacles, So that felt appropriate. And as soon as that drum came on, like, my body just started coming online right away, and I immediately felt my energy shift, going into kind of almost an altered state of consciousness. So the more you go there, the easier it gets. So, so then I started my belly breathing, and as I started my belly breathing and just some slow movement, my yoni starts waking up, and she was just like ready, just like, okay, yes, let's get rid of all of this. Let's let go. And so I just went into it. I stomped my feet. I shook my body. I rolled my hips. I twerked. Yes, I believe in therapeutic twerking. I toned. I howled like a wolf. Just going just as deep as I could go into my bodily sensations, and then letting whatever came up be expressed without judgment, no feeling of performance like, oh, I have to get it just right. You know, oh, that tone sounded weird. None of that. Just whatever comes out, comes out. I touched whatever part of my body wanted to be touched. I massaged my breasts. I tapped my skull, drumming on my hips, stroking my vulva. I was up and down a lot at different levels, and just really, really, really just moving and just being fully in the moment and in the now every step of the way. So by the end, I was on the floor just giggling and feeling much more awake and focused and feeling 10 times lighter, like literally physically feeling lighter, as if this big weight that had been sitting on all of my skin had just been sloughed off. Sometimes meditation, and that includes erotic meditation like Medibation or oming or so many other practices. Sometimes it's quiet and it's still, and it can feel very, very grown up and very serious. And sometimes you get to play. You get to let out your inner wild child. It can look like a silly dance or a temper tantrum or an animal transformation. And that's what's really magical about it, right? So you get to shake yourself up once in a while, especially if you're feeling stuck, because you are the centrifuge for your energy and your emotions. So that was my session today. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm feeling really good. I've got some tea brewing and some dark chocolate waiting for me to help me like resettle now that I've kind of shaken off whatever was holding me down. Now I can kind of reintegrate back into like a nice peaceful place so I can get some work done and not overtire myself. Thank you for joining in with me today. If you're on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button. That way you can get the updates for this series and for all the other videos as they come out on my channel. If you're looking to start your own sacred sexuality practice, or just want to try something new, I am going to be launching a 30-day solo Tantra Medibation challenge. I'm hoping to have it finished before December 31st, so maybe it'll be like a cool New Year's thing, My resolution is to touch my body in a spiritual way more often. That would be great. So if you're interested in getting in on that, it is free. All you need is an email address, and I'll put my link for the list below so you can get signed up for that. And I've got 5 more days left, 5 more sessions. It should be good. So until next time, keep on good living.